Jennifer has been assigned her first project and provided the initial work scope for the project as approved by the project customer. She has started work on the Project Management Plan, PMP, to clearly define the work scope and how the project will be managed. However, changes to the budget are already being discussed. Based on the size of the project, she has also decided to include the Change Management Plan to define the process used to request and process changes in a controlled manner in the PMP. She has developed the following outline for her plan. The types of changes documented in the Change Management Plan are tailored to her specific project, but generally cover the project scope, schedule, and budget at a minimum. Change levels are used to differentiate discretionary versus non-discretionary changes and the required approval level. Jennifer has chosen to use 4 change levels. Level 1, changes to overall scope, schedule, or budget that require external customer and company senior management approval. Level 2, changes to schedule or budget that require external customer approval and company senior management approval. Level 3, changes to schedule or budget that do not affect the delivery of intermediate milestones and only require project management approval. And Level 4, changes to resource assignments and rate adjustments that only require approval of project management. In some cases where significant project risks have been identified or the nature of the project makes significant changes inevitable, the project may be assigned a specific defined budget to handle changes. This specific type of budget is termed change budget, contingency, or management reserve. Jennifer has been allocated $250,000 to cover her Level 3 and 4 changes and will document the budget in the Change Management Plan. The Change Management Plan clearly delineates roles and responsibilities in the change management process. While the change levels will define the approval authority for each change, the change management roles define responsibilities for the change management process steps. Jennifer built a matrix to delineate responsibility for the change management process with the following responsibility assignments. Overall Change Management Process, Project Manager. Preliminary Change Evaluation, Project Manager. Impact Analysis, Project Team. Change Request Approval, in accordance with Change Level Designation. Change Implementation, Project Team. By defining a standard change management process, Jennifer, as the project manager, ensures that changes are handled in a disciplined and controlled manner. Her primary interest is ensuring each change request receives the same level of consideration and evaluation. The change management process that Jennifer has defined includes the following major process steps. Change request submission. For each change, type, and level, the change management process documents who is authorized to submit a change request and to whom it is submitted. In general, any project team member, sponsor, or customer can submit a request to change project scope, schedule, or budget to the project manager. Preliminary change evaluation. Jennifer, the project manager, will perform a preliminary change evaluation to determine scope, schedule, and cost impact of the change at a cursory level, as well as an evaluation of the need for the change. She will decide whether to defer, reject, or accept the change request, and if accepted, an impact analysis will be performed. Impact analysis. Jennifer will augment the project team as needed with subject matter experts to perform the impact analysis. The impact analysis will evaluate the direct impact to scope, schedule, and budget, as well as the impact to other project milestones and deliverables. Often, what initially appears as a minor change in one project deliverable can result in significant changes in other project deliverables. The impact analysis is submitted to the project manager for review, approval, and potential implementation. Review and implementation of changes. The project manager will review the completed change documents, original change request, preliminary change evaluation, and impact analysis for completeness and accuracy. If there are no further evaluation questions, Jennifer will process the change request for approval in accordance with the corresponding change level approval guidance. The change request can be deferred, rejected, or approved by the approval authority. Based on the change request disposition from the approval authority, Jennifer will take action to implement the change. If the change request is approved, the appropriate changes are made to the project scope documents, schedule, and/or budget, and any technical changes to the deliverable. As in life, projects will always be subject to change, and the larger, more complex the project, the more significant the changes. However, larger projects can more easily absorb changes, so a detailed change management plan to define the process used to request and process changes is actually more important on smaller projects. The change management plan documents the types of changes, any budget allocated for changes, roles in the change process, and the change management process. The change management process documented should include a change request submission, a preliminary evaluation, an impact analysis, a review, and implementation of changes. The change management plan may be a standalone document or included as a section of the project management plan. The earlier change management processes are implemented in the project, the higher the probability of successfully completing the project on or before schedule and at or below budget. Many project failures can be attributed to lack of a change management process or failure to follow the process as documented.